Some weird tech issues today, a little bit, but we'll get through it. What up, y'all? It's your man, yes, the Hermit Star, back again with another video, and I am here to do the 111 Pisces North Node Virgo South Node reading for the sign of Taurus. So you might have Pisces or Virgo in your big three or in any of your major planets houses. But this is a reading that's affecting everybody. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to be a Pisces or Virgo to be affected by this energy here. The Pisces North Node essentially is, and this is what the reading I'm going to start with, because I'm going to do both your North Node and your South Node. North Node is what you need to move more so toward. So the Pisces North Node is someone who, or is just symbolic of moving toward a more spiritual, focused mindset, being more so in your spiritual faith, right? Spirituality. Whereas the Virgo South Node is being more so less of a control freak, for lack of better wording, and being able to surrender to God, universe, spirituality in general. So we're going to read first for your North Node what you need to move toward the most, and then we'll get into your South Node. What do you need to either let go of or have a healthy balance in? Because ultimately you want to have a good balance of spiritual and physical. Okay, so we start off again with the North Node. What the universe wants you to know at this moment in time. We start with your first card being the Four of Cups. Very much indifferent, apathy. This is literally a card of someone who needs more faith. Not just in themselves, need more faith really in the universe. Need more faith and belief that things will work out in their favor. You're getting all these cups, you're getting all these opportunities, it seems, Taurus, and you're not necessarily believing that these doors are real doors. Like, these doors are opening, or at least the universe is telling you, go through this door, go through that door, these doors aren't locked for you. But you're sitting around and you're just waiting for someone to either pick you up and drag you by the hand even and walk you toward a door, or you're waiting for a door to literally be wide open. And there might even be that, and you're still like, I don't believe what's inside, because you want someone to, again, do the walking for you. You want someone to take you by your hand and go in there, or at least go into that door and say, oh my God, it's so beautiful in here. Taurus, you have to see it for yourself. Well, you do have to see it for yourself, but you shouldn't have to wait on somebody. You shouldn't have to wait on me or anybody to say, go through that door. Especially if, again, it seems as though there are doors that are they're not open, but they're not locked to you. You know what I'm saying? You just have to get up, twist that handle, open it, go inside and see what's what. And then obviously it's your choice whether you want to continue to go through said door. You can walk out of that door and go to another door. Nonetheless, none of these doors are locked to you, is what I'm saying. So you need to move forward, honestly, within your faith, within yourself, within the universe, that things can happen and are happening for your highest good. Next, you have the Temperance in reverse. I get tired of seeing this in reverse, y'all. But it's what's showing up, for folks. It hasn't showed up in reverse all the time, but numerous of times I've seen this beautiful card. Unfortunately, it's been showing up in reverse. This is someone who is very much desperate, can be impulsive as well. Now, I'm not saying be more desperate or be more impulsive, because desperation and impulsivity are acts of when people are moving in desperation and being super impulsive, these are like physical acts. It could be moving. It could be moving because, there's a lack of physical, whatever that might be, a lack of money. So now I'm going to do anything for money, or I'm desperate for money. I'm desperate for whatever, right? This is the energy that is more so moving toward the south node that you need to let go of. Because it seems your north node energy, or what the universe wants you to do at this moment in time, is very simple. Again, we started with the Four of Cups. It's very much simple. The universe is saying, trust me more, be more so into your spirituality. Very much heavy Pisces energy right here. I think Taurus out there that needs this message has Pisces in their chart, either in the big three or somewhere in one of their major houses where they need to really practice having faith, because the rest of this energy is really much reeks of desperation. I'm just going to keep it real with you. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, again, overextended, fixating on anything. I think this is more so fixated on what you lack, okay? But this is also the card where you need to reprioritize, some things in your life. So not just your spiritual outlook, but if we are going to balance out both the physical and the spiritual aspects during these next 18 months, then it really has to be with you, at least Taurus. You really need to reprioritize what is worth the work, physical work, and what isn't. It just seems as though there might be something that you're focusing too much on that isn't even worth the squeeze anymore. So take this time, take this moment. If you want to continue to sit around like this gent is doing here, then by all means sit around, but be productive when you're sitting around, and think about everything in your life, and think about what needs to be prioritized, what is truly a priority right now and what isn't. Your last card for the North Node is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So you need to move toward having faith in yourself, as I've mentioned at the beginning. This is someone who doesn't, when the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, this is someone who does not have faith in themselves. They don't realize actually their own ability. The universe is not just saying, have faith in me, but have faith in you. Have faith that you can get up and walk through those doors. Have faith that the reason why these doors that I was saying earlier are unlocked for you, they might be closed on the outside, because not just anyone can walk through these doors, Taurus. So they have to remain closed, but they're not locked for you. It might be for someone else, but they're not locked for you. And there's a reason why it's not locked for you, because you're actually a lot greater than you're giving yourself credit for. You have the ability to go through these doors. These doors aren't locked for you because you have the skill set, whatever is inside those doors, to master that, So, but you're not going to realize that if you keep moving in this energy. And of course, if you keep just sitting around, that's the North Node aspect. Again, North Node in Pisces, that is what the universe wants you to move toward. More so faith in the universe, but faith in yourself. We are going to add these cards back into the deck and see what the South Node is all about for you. What you need to let go of. We went over the aspect of letting go of this idea, for you at least, that you're not good enough. So let's see what else the universe has to say to you at this moment in time. At least 2 more cards, universe, for Taurus. But you know best, okay? Oh, I was about to say not many jumpers, but let's see. We'll pull this one. All right. So 3 cards this time, but let's get it. What you need to move more so away from. Now we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. This is avoiding conflict. Not saying that you should be a drama queen or a drama king. I think that you definitely need to not be dramatic. You know what I'm saying? You might have a Capricorn in your chart, because their reading yesterday was more so of not being super dramatic. But definitely I want to say, don't be too cooperative. That's going to sound weird. What do I mean by that? Don't be too much of someone who is going to just be a yes man, yes woman, yes person. If you're in a group dynamic and you have a different viewpoint, vocalize that. If there's something that needs to be brought up that might cause tension and conflict in a group, if it is a difference that is, again, that's drastic, bring it up. But don't be too agreeable, even with little things. Don't be too agreeable, because you have to remain, because especially the aspects of a Virgo, again, this is Virgo South Node, but the aspects of a Virgo is someone who can be very much in a Hierophant. I think that the Hierophant is like a Virgo part 2, like our power card part 2, personally speaking. That's why it's my favorite card, though. You know what I'm saying? Over the Hermit card. But nonetheless, like the Hierophant is someone who, whether in reverse or upright, is someone who can stick to their guns. And what this is reminding you is, I feel like I want to pull at the bottom of the deck, because I mentioned the Hierophant. Let's see what's at the bottom. Hopefully not a Nike card. Okay, oof. We'll get to that. We'll place that down. We'll get to that soon when we get there. But, but yeah, this is just saying, listen, it's great to be cooperative, but don't be too agreeable within this group dynamic. Stick to your guns when you need to. Don't be combative just for the sake of being combative. But have a healthy balance of, okay, I need to, there are moments where, I need to choose your battles wisely, essentially. Is this a moment where you really need to cause conflict? If it's no, don't do it. Move in this energy. But again, don't be super agreeable, because you need to have that individual aspect of you, Taurus. You need to be able to say, okay, this is truly how I feel, and you got to stand out. You got to stand out from the crowd. Not for the sake of standing out, but for the sake of expressing yourself and being true to who you are. Following your code of ethics, following who you are, essentially. Again, being in that Hierophant energy, okay? Your next card is the 7 of Cups. Wishful thinking. This is great to see, but if you're anything like the Tauruses I know, you can be too much in your mind. Where I think what the universe is telling you at this moment in time is to, yes, definitely envision the life that you have a vision for yourself, envision it, and go about ways of getting that. But don't be too much in fantasy land. Don't be too much. My ex was like that. She's a Taurus. Too much in fantasy land, too much in the fantasy of things and not the reality. Have a healthy balance, and I personally, I'm not just a dog on her. I was too much in reality. I could have used a healthy dose of, this fantasy land, so it was like you had one person that was too much in fantasy and one person that was too much in reality. That's a clash right there. You know what I'm saying? One person wants to live the fantasy life, but not necessarily. And then the other person is like, okay, but we got to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and we got to do it all backwards too in order to get all of what you desire. So it's like, having that healthy balance, you know. And Taurus is my moon sign for those who don't know. So this could be my reading. I don't know, but we'll move forward. Which was your last card before I pulled the card at the bottom of the deck, was the Two of Swords. Okay, so this is pretty much someone who is denying things because, or denying what is real or the possibilities because they don't see it. Again, as the Four of Cups symbolized in your South Node, your North Node, sorry, is that you need to be focused more so on faith. This is not necessarily someone who is faithful, you know. This is someone that's like, I don't see it, so I don't believe it. Well, this is the time. Again, the universe is saying, believe me, believe that things are going to work for your highest good. You know, it's a weird card to see after the Seven of Cups, because again, that's someone that is very much, you know, in wishful thinking. But then you have this attitude of, because I don't see it, it's not real. But it seems as though the Seven of Cups of energy is something that you tap into when you're upset, and you tap into this fantasy world to make you feel good, because in reality you're telling yourself it will never happen, but if it happens in my mind for this moment in time, I can at least, you know, it's a band-aid of some sort, you know. Your last card is the Seven of Swords. So betrayal, ulterior motives. This is definitely something, Taurus. I'm not going to say this isn't for someone else. It could be, but it showed up in your reading, so I'm saying it's for you. This is not the type of energy you want to be in, you know. And when I say betrayal, I don't simply just mean betraying other people, although, again, the Five of Wands showed up, but betraying yourself. As I stated with the Five of Wands, if you are in reverse, yes, avoiding conflict is great, but being too agreeable is self-betrayal. Being too agreeable and being too much of a yes person is self-betrayal. You're not necessarily saying no when you truly want to say no. You're agreeing to things or agreeing to mindsets that you, again, don't necessarily agree to. Okay? I'm not saying make a big deal out of these differences, but a no is a simple no. And if these individuals have an issue with that no, they aren't the people for you. You know? If the difference is not a big deal, look at it this way, because this is all tying back. If the difference is not a big deal enough for you to say yes and somewhat compromise, or compromise yourself just for saying yes, then it should not be a even bigger deal if you kept it real with yourself and said no to these other people. But if it is a big deal, like if these people will rather have you lie to yourself to fit their, you know, comfortability level, those people aren't for you. Simple as that. That's how we're going to end off the North Node, or just your reading in general. Oh, the South Node. I keep saying North Node. The South Node and the North Node reading. All right, you're reading in general, Taurus. If you would like a personal read, you are able to email me. You can find my email in the description box below. Yeah, shoot me an email. I would never reach out to you. You reach out to me if you would like that email. Okay, check out the other links in the description box as well. And I'm going to love you and leave you right now, all right? Thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, until next video, y'all be well out there. Peace out.